The following is a conversation with the President of the Student Union Government, Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT. He's a very humble and accommodating person, and I'm very happy to have him on our platform. He has been the PRO in the previous government, so thanks for acknowledging my invitation. What inspired you to run for the office of the SUG President?
Okay, to start with, my name is Comrade Dona4All, also known as Dona4All. Thanks to your question, what inspired me to run for the post of SUG President is the need for to help to salvage the plight of the students. Most of the challenges most students face, is not unrelated with the fact that it's good for them to have someone who will give them a voice when it comes to relating to the management and solving some of their problems. And that's inspired my running for the position.
Okay, what are the challenges you faced during the process of running for this office?
Okay, the post of SUG President is not an easy one, and the process of getting that post is not always a child play. So when I was vying for the post of SUG President, I was facing a lot of challenges, coupled with the fact that it requires money. I orders a campaign and all that, so I have to do what I need to do, owing to the fact that students are always on my back end. My major support is students. Seeing the fact that I have their support, I got the encouragement to pursue, despite the fact that my opponents were, they have the money, they were spending money, trying to raise money to buy the students off, but my support
came due to genuine love
by the students. So that's it.
Okay, so you handled a position previously before this one. I think you were the PRO in the previous government. So how did he create a pathway to the success of this current one?
Okay, actually, in my 100 level, I actually became the class rep of my class. From class rep, the dean of the faculty then appointed me as one of the caretaker committee of the leadership of the faculty. From then, in my 200 level, I was elected the vice president of the Law Student Association of Enugu State. Then in my 300 level, right in that my 200 level, I always served as the SA to then SUG President on Student Affairs, SSA rather. So in my 300 level, I contested for the post of SUG President. I won. I served the students very well. So then that was actually the platform. All these positions I've had give me the platform to actually know the plight of the students and also the possible ways of how to solve the problems of the students. I think these are the things that help me to generate, to have that love by the students. All the fact I'm always out to solve their problems.
They see you around.
Yes, I always come out to when the issue the hostel, when the issue of concerning students, I come out and also provide solutions to those problems. Make me have that's a genuine love by the students. So.
Yeah. So how are you able to combine your political career with academics?
Education is my priority. Number one thing I'm here. I can't trade my academics to school politics and all that. In as much I'm trying to help or trying to put myself in the school leadership and all that, which we also help in my leadership as a school. So I will not jeopardize it with the fact that I'm here for my academics, and that takes the priority of most of my priority in my stay in the university. Yeah.
Okay, what have been your achievements so far since you became the SUG President? Your impacts in the lives of the students, and what are the plans ahead?
Okay, actually for a long time now, I've been able to give the students a resounding voice in some certain things, in some certain areas. For example, when the issue of the closure of portal come up, for them for portal of school those who are not to pay school fees, I came up, write to the management, make a demand, work with them that there is need for them to pedal on the closure of the portal so that students could at least those who were able to get the lesson on time, were able to have the money.
Yeah. I think I called you at a certain point when students were complaining of the closure of the school portal. So he told me that the school government was working towards working with the school management to extend the time.
Yes,
for the
okay. Equally, I have to thank our digital vice chancellor, Professor Loisius Okoli. He has been out there, whenever we students, make a demand, whenever my government make a demand to him, he listens and works towards resolving or trying to solve the problems of the students.
Okay, how have you been working with the school management since you became the SUG president? What have been the challenges and how have they been helpful to your government?
Okay. Anyway, challenges is always challenge always abound, when it comes to leadership. But the ability to solve those problems despite the challenges is what makes someone a good leader. You understand? So, I'm faced with a lot of challenges that requires me to approach the management, which I do most of the times. Which is the problem of these processes and all that. So I think the things taking most of the bringing making things seem as if it's not it should be actually. We keep pushing it. We keep devising means of solving the problems of students, irrespective of any hurdles.
So, what are your proposed plans to when you get there in the outside school politics? What are your proposed plans to restore the African giant?
Yes, I have a plan of coming up with some devices or mechanism to resolving the major challenges of Africa, which is poverty. Poverty and bad leadership. In Africa, we have a lot of we are blessed with a lot of resources, mineral resources, and all that. We have the money is there, the finance, everything is there. All we lack in Africa is poor leadership. So Africa needs leaders who will come to salvage their problems, irrespective of any differences. All these people come with their different interests. Anyone that enter into politics out of maybe selfish interest, these are the problem we are having, because these are the major problem of Africa, because they tend to have more leaders who have selfish interest than people who have the interest to solve the problems of the Africa itself. So Africa needs people who have open hearts, who have what it takes to bring a solution to the problem, and not people who intend to come there to benefit for themselves and also make for their own personal gain. So these are the problem of Africa, and I tend to be one of the persons who come out and solve some of those problems and provide a lasting solution to the problems of Africa.
So do you wish to continue with politics when you are done with this school? The Nigerian politics, do you feel you can suit to the system? Because politics is tend to be a dirty game. So how do you feel about that statement, and how do you plan ahead of time?
Anyway, let me first of all provide the impression that politics is a dirty game. It's not really a dirty game. Politics is an avenue for the problems of society to be solved. One of my lecturer, my political science lecturer, that taught me political science in my honorable then, he said that politics is the ability to tackle the splendors of one's position and ability to solve problems in society. Yes, when you have a desire to achieve a goal, you have something, a burning desire, an interest in solving the problems of society. You have to do everything. You have to devise means, possible means to achieve that thing. And in process of achieving it, you now give you the opportunity to solve that particular problem. Politics is an opportunity to solve the problems of society. And I would like to also to play politics outside the school when I might have graduated from the university, because there are a lot of problems, a lot of challenges of society that I think I have what it takes to solve some of those problems, and I can't solve those problems without entering into politics. So anyone that said that politics is a dirty game, that is the misconception of it. But that is not actually what politics really represents.
So what's the misunderstanding or misconception that people have about you, the most one that people have about you that you think or you've heard?
Okay, actually, most people tend to misunderstand my silence. I'm not that always someone who speaks out all the time. So sometimes I keep silent even when when some people are saying something against me, they just keep silent. They will not say me, trying to understand my silence to mean a different thing. So I think that have been what people have been trying to misunderstand about me. My silence most of the times. That I'm silent doesn't necessarily mean I don't know what to do at that point in time. It means that I'm planning, I'm making plans to solving. If there's a problem, I'm already working, under the clock to ensure that there's a solution to the problem.
So in your career, what's the biggest failure you've had, and what have you learned from the failure during the process?
Education is something that needs to be acquired. Without a sound education, one cannot go that far in life in any profession you are doing. Without a sound knowledge of what you are doing, you can't go far. So my challenges now, which I've been trying as much as possible to cope or to cope is education. And that is why I'm acquiring a law student. The strong woman behind my success is not a person that my mom. She, just like I said earlier, she has been there for me, giving me the support, praying. There is nothing that can be compared with the prayer of your mom.
What do you think about LGBTQ, homosexuality, lesbianism, and all that?
God has already made it clear that a man should be with a woman and a woman should be with a man. So I don't think I have any listening to that listing. So
okay. So what do you think about feminism?
Feminism is actually a group of girls or a movement, to protect the interests of the ladies, the female folk, right? Everything has its own advantage and its own disadvantage. Feminism most of the time they champion the rights of the women, protecting the rights of the women child. And actually in support of that aspect. But in terms of maybe trying to prove the point beyond that, it's trying to say that what a man can do, a man can do, or trying to make a woman take the place of man in society is what I'm totally against.
The context of feminism in this current world is, it seems more like special treatment to women rather than equal treatment. So because I can remember there was a time Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, he got divorced to his wife, and then they shared the properties, and his wife became the richest woman in the world at the moment. Feminists were celebrating, and your girl that you've cashed out and all that. But I think there was a close scenario, but it was the other way around when the woman divorced and the woman was richer. So they were not happy with the case. So what do you think about, is it a special treatment or equal treatment? What do you understand about that?
In that case, when it comes to marriage, what God's joined together, no one should put asunder. That's the Bible clear, wording. So I'm always skeptical when it comes to marriage and all that. So, but a marriage setting whereby any of the couple is feeling insecure and want to divorce, that will be free. But the law is there. The law takes guidance of everything. I can't say that what the law say is not good. As a custodian of law, as a lawyer in equity, so I can't go against the law. I always say let the law takes its course. So whatever the law says, should be taken the way it is. So if the law said that the property of the couple the property of the couple should be shared to, and one go to the wife, the other go to the husband, let it be so. So I can't say that it is wrong or it is not wrong. So as far as the law says so, then it is doing that whatever the law says, it's right. So that is it.
Okay, with this we'll come to the end of our podcast. I really want to appreciate your acknowledgement to I invited you and you said yes that you'll be coming. I was happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for acknowledging my invitation.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.